Sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Fake news.
Fake news.
You are fake news.
Then why CNN constantly Russia this, Russia that?
Because it's ratings.
Because it's ratings?
Our ratings are incredible right now.
1,100 lies and mistruths in October alone, an average of 30 a day. That's a land speed record of lying, people. There's no one you know in your life that lies that much. And yet this is from the bully pulpit of the presidency.
My name is Peyton Swinford. I'm a Democratic Party member and campaign manager for Sylvia Hammond for the State House of Representatives.
My name is Brendan Dahlman. I identify as a conservative and I'm politically involved. I'm the president of Turning Point USA, a chapter here at Central Washington University, as well as the co-host of the Real News podcast on 88.1 The Berg, which is a conservative talk show.
I would say political media has a lot of issues. It's really not so much that there's so much that's different between myself and a Republican. It's more so just our news source.
See, a lot of people don't understand the type of news segments when they're watching news. So let's just say, for example, it's an opinion talk show. The anchor, whoever is hosting the show, has the right to those opinions, and it is an opinionated show. But if it's a hard news show, usually in the earlier times of the day, those should be hard news, fact-based news shows. And as Americans, and as myself, it's important that we see the difference in that, because if we don't, we're going to get opinion mixed up with facts, and that's very dangerous.
I think that Fox News does try to pick out these examples of left-wing activists and tries to say that leftists, liberals, and progressives are uncivil. Left-leaning news networks do the same with the alt-right. A little bit. News stations reporting on a Nazi candidate running in a congressional district in California or something, and they tried to tie this Nazi with the Republican Party, and that was unfair.
I believe there is more of a left-wing or liberal bias among some of the major outlets, MSNBC, CNN, probably not so much on Fox News, but I'm not just going to say that they aren't biased in all forms of media.
I obviously despise the alt-right nationalists.
I think they're both disgusting. They are both trash. They have a right to speak, and they have a right to do what they do, but I just think they're trash.
I think this whole Antifa thing is just something people are learning about on Fox News, and it's not a real thing. The phrase Antifa means anti-fascists, and I don't really see them as an issue.
Probably. If I was in the media, I would. Are you kidding me? That's a lot of ratings and a lot of money, and it's sad too. And I think the media shouldn't do it. It's hard not to, especially when they're smashing windows. I think there's a fine line between reporting and inflating the coverage.
We need to try not to be so tribalist. Now, not every issue is going to have common ground, and compromise isn't going to always make sense, but I think someday there could be two reasonable political parties again.
No, you try to vote as moderately as possible. Me, I'm going to try to vote more conservative, but lean as moderately as possible, because when we get to these fringe candidates on each side, that's where the polarization starts. Second thing is the media, and not saying the media is all in it for ratings, but that's how they make money. And it's a serious issue. I mean, if you look on Twitter, look on Facebook, you see 20, 30-second little clips of Antifa or the alt-right, and that drives people to each side. For me, that's the biggest problem, is vote and make sure you watch what you're watching in the media.